I'm sick as well. Contagion! Hey everybody, it's the Fricken Film Critic here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Contagion. Now I know I'm not in my normal green screen environment, and that's because one of my lamps broke. That's not true, I was really just too lazy to put up my green screen. So instead, you will have the pleasure of looking at my natural white wall and two posters. So Contagion revolves around the lives of a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of characters, so much to the point where the film feels oversaturated with the amount of characters it contains. So the film revolves around the lives of several characters who live in a world which has recently been hit by a major bird flu epidemic, and a lot of people die. Contagion! The film is directed by Soderbergh, who did a fantastic job at creating this very dystopian world. He uses several establishing shots which show this environment which these characters are placed in, along with a very electronic and grim soundtrack, and some great performances from its main cast. Laurence Fishburne is fantastic in this as the CDC worker who is pretty much just caught in the middle of this epidemic and really just trying to get his fiancée out of all of this safely. Jude, in my opinion, gave the performance which stood out the most as this crazy conspiracy theorist who really did a great job at conveying the screenwriter Scott T. Byrne's overall message. Matt Damon is pretty great as well, except it seemed as if his character never really had much to do. He was really just kind of there. As I already stated, the film deserves tremendous praise on the dystopian atmosphere created by the cinematographer and the director, and had a great script which made somewhat of a statement on the idea that the government might in fact act very selfishly in a time of crisis when determining who to save and who to leave behind. Where the movie fell short in my opinion was the lack of character development, which is probably due to the fact that the movie had one too many characters. It's not the kind of movie where all the characters just tie in at the end of the film. They all have their separate side stories, and a lot of the side stories are a lot more interesting than others, which leads you leaving at points in the film, you know, oh man, I don't want to watch this side story, I want to watch that guy's side story. Like, you know, Matt Damon's side story is not very interesting, however, Jude Law's is, and you want to focus more on Jude Law rather than Matt Damon. Now, that's most likely due to the script rather than the performances and direction. However, it didn't really seem to matter all that much because I still enjoyed Contagion immensely. I'm going to highly recommend Contagion as one of the few disaster films with an actual message behind it, making it a hell of a lot better than most disaster films out there, like 2012. I give Contagion 4 out of 5 stars.